Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host Envy as always. Welcome back to TTS Breakdowns. We're covering episodes 9 and 10. So let's jump into it and let's get this party started.
This is definitely it. The Crimson Path, the center point of the Oriole subsection. Oh, when my work here is done, this planet shall rival Terra itself in its sacredness. Now I would act really into this, but I just got to stay all mysterious and stoic and cool. So I don't think I can. As well, I suppose once we might not harm anything.
Anyway, fucking cool.
Alright, I feel much better now. It's at times like these that I'm really glad that I just monologued to myself and not actually told to anyone else. Because if someone had heard that, I would be seriously fucked.
Now I'm probably going to explain who was that. And I'm not going to explain who he is because A, he is talked about later on in the series. But let's just say he is the ultimate man of hide and seek. Alright, that's Terra. And basically the entire Inquisition, and that's the Inquisitional symbol, they're all coming here to Terra for the investigation. And as you can see, the entire Inquisitional army are here to siege Terra. Let's see here, we got a Sisters of Sororitas tank in the front, and these are just basic foot soldiers. I believe those are massive Titan things, but I have no idea what they are.
So, you're seriously going to go through with this? Search the entirety of Terra, the holiest, grandest, and most populated planet in the universe, to find the one who sent this message? No, household.
Now I should probably explain how big it is. Essentially, Terra is as big as 2 Earths now. That's how big we managed to turn Earth into. So it's just cramped and stuff like that. It's so weird.
You have gone checked, and no person shall go unquestioned. Well, if you say so. It's not like you care much for your reputation anyway. Wait! What are you dusty butt cheeks doing now?
He's not dead.
I hope you do realize that Terra is the most densely populated and overbuilt planet in the Imperium. It'll take decades to interrogate every single individual on this planet. Do not doubt us. This is what we are the best at. We will scan the entirety of Terra and its people in but a few days.
This sounds highly fucking illegal! Oh, my colon just... I better know.
Big Gucci Vander never do this bullshit. Maybe we should make him High Lord of Terra again. All that radioactive hellfire you've been exposed to is exterminating every planet you come across must have fried your perception. Do you even realize how hard it is to mobilize on one of these hive worlds? It's really damn hard, but I guess you don't realize since you sit on that mobility scooter all day. Well, your house was a piece.
Oh.
Shut it, you old trash bags.
Well, while I wait for your state to rate the calm itself, I shall start this sentence.
At least remember to respect the rulings of Terra, Theodore. Not a single drop of blood shall fall upon these sacred grounds. When you have found your suspects, at least do the decency of taking them far away from Terra if your eagerness to spill blood grows heavy on you.
Yes, I'm fully aware. You have my promise. search has begun. But take heed. Not a single citizen of Terra shall have his or her blood spilled on these sacred lands. So, remember, only to burn.
And that's how the Inquisition can break the law. By the way, I should probably just illustrate, not all the Inquisition members are like this. Again, it's the best way of describing it. It's like kind of like the government or any type of like group and stuff like that. You got people who are pure and kind, those who are corrupt, those who take advantage of the system. It's one of those kinds of things.
My lord, was it really that funny? Really? Come on, the Necrons still pose a major threat. Just because the Blood Angels teamed up with them at once doesn't mean they're the Imperium's allies or anything.
So to explain that one, in the lore, the Necrons, which are kind of the skeleton people, basically, they were like, I really want to get our bodies back, yeah. What are these things? They're called Tyranids. They want to eat all the biomass. Oh. Wait a minute, if there's no biomass, then we can't get bodies. We can't, then that means the Tyranids are a threat. Indeed, we need to help them. Who are you? We are the Blood Angels. We are currently taking on the Tyranids. Would you like to help? Yes, please. And so, yeah, they work together.
Okay. Maybe it is kind of funny.
No, you are incapable of finding things funny because you are a custodes.
Alright, I forgot. But anyway, what was I? Oh yes! So the Blood Angels and the Necrons defeated the Vile Tyranids together, and afterwards they went their separate ways, as the Blood Angels and the Necrons were both tired from the big battle, and Commander Dante thought it was distasteful to turn on the Necrons after they had helped each other out.
The Necrons were tired. The Blood Angels found something distasteful. I'd like to laugh more, but that might break my fragile funny bone. Anyway, I was under the impression that Necrons were tireless, soulless skeleton robots with no personality nor care for anything. What the fuck happened?
Believe me, my lord, I think we all were under the impression until we heard about the Blood Angels and their apparent alliance with them. Before, they just spent most of their time coming out of planets unexpectedly and killing anything that lives, having a singular goal in mind, which was to seal off the Eye of Terror, swat away the Tyranids, and have the rest of the galaxy become a never-ending all-you-can-eat buffet for their gods to Catan.
Sounds like what I would do if I was a soulless skeleton robot. That and slow walk around intimidatingly. Yes, it reminds me of that hollow that I watched a few millennia back.
Now they're more like...
A reference to Terminator.
Well, their goal is still essentially the same, but now it has become apparent that the Catan were actually somehow shattered into pieces a long time ago, and the Necrons have leftover fragments of them in their possession, containing near limitless powers. Also, as of late, some Necrons have even been reported to have actual personalities and even feelings. Oh, and Briar's apparently not a thing anymore.
The Necrons with emotions and stuff are like high-ranking generals and stuff.
No idea where they went off to. They just sort of up sticks and left, I guess.
Well, how does it feel having less emotion than a creepy fucking skeleton robot?
It feels fantastic not being on the same limited level as a filthy Xeno, my lord.
I guess you can put it that way as well. Anyway, I'm intrigued by the idea of those shards. I will have to ask the remaining Alpha Marines to get one for me when they get back.
Sure thing, my lord.
Just another shard of that punk-ass fan god, the Deceiver. The description you gave reminds me too much of that mysterious, tentacle-headed, metallic jerk who came by every Saturday night to play Paradox Billiards, Rostroid Roulette, fourth-dimensional hypercube chess strip poker with me, Zinch, and Chego Rap in the webway a few millennia ago. Although, to be fair, at least he wasn't as much of a douchebag as...
These are a reference to other gods. We'll cover them later.
That guy with the cigar who showed up with Zinch that one time.
I thought all this time you've been having a constant mental war with the forces of chaos as well as guiding our ships through the power of the Astronomica.
I'm a motherfucking emperor. I'm allowed a day off once in a while. Besides, I'm the best fucking multitasker in the galaxy.
Oh, sorry, of course, my lord.
So far I have to say that I'm not impressed. These Necrons do not sound as much of a threat as those hungry space cockroaches.
Well, my lord, they are still more of a threat than you might think. Which actually reminds me of a story I need to tell you that will surely refurbish your bride and your angels of death.
Good luck with that.
You see, during year 912, the Necron launches the two Mod War system really mad because Necrons of another empire started to expand in its territory. In response to this, the Necron Lord suddenly revealed a massive planet-sized space vessel called the World Engine and started drifting through Imperial space, destroying anything that crossed its path. Later, during year 926, after several Imperial planets had been destroyed by the World Engine, a whole lot of Space Marines and the entirety of a local Imperial fleet was sent to destroy it.
Holy shit, a giant skeleton space robot planet that shoots molecule-breaking beams and destroys everything it spots. I want one.
All these forces attacked the World Engine at the same time, but apparently a very strong void shield was surrounding it, making it nigh impervious to harm. This, together with the vessel's mighty arsenals of planet-devastating weaponry, cost millions of lives during that battle.
I guess no one knows what retreating is in this fucking Imperium nowadays.
So now here is the awesome part. The Space Marines known as the Astral Knights.
I never made anything called Astral Knights.
No, seriously, my lord. You wouldn't even care that you didn't directly make them. You see, all of the Astral Knights decided to ram their spaceship, the battle barge Tempestus.
I actually don't know what the Astral Knights are, actually, to be honest.
Into the World Engine's void shield.
Fucking damn it. Why do you assholes keep wasting precious battleships?
The shield cracked up and the ship penetrated the hull of the World Engine, allowing all Astral Knights to board it and destroy all weapons, energy batteries, supplies, commandos, and Necrons inside. The battle continued inside the World Engine for 100 hours, all Marines dying doing what they do best. But not before their leader, Armed O'Hara, decided to overload the entire damn vessel and its central core with the help of some melter grenades. After this destructive overlord, the void ship was turned off completely, and this is where the rest of the Imperial fleet took their chance and shot the crap out of the planet ship with cyclonic torpedoes.
Well, slap me on the kneecap and call me a fucking skeleton. That is actually amazing.
After this incredibly awe-inspiring victory,
Found the Astral Knights. This is what they look like.
the remains of the World Engine were taken in by the Adeptus Mechanicus while the battle barge Tempestus was salvaged, and set up as a monument with an Imperial shrine in it, holding statues of the 772 Astral Knights that had sacrificed themselves to bring down the World Engine.
Sorry, I was totally mistaken. I totally remember that I did make the Astral Knights now. They were one of the secret legions I made before the Great Crusade that I never told anyone about. They were the best around. Nothing was ever going to keep them down.
Right. Whatever you say, my lord.
Also, on the previous subject matter, I have to say that I kind of like that one Necron that you mentioned. Trashy the Incontinent or something.
You mean Trace and the Infinite, my lord?
That's what I said to a fucking customer. Anyway, even if he is an alien fiend, I cannot deny that the idea of stealing incredibly valuable objects from all around the galaxy only to put them in a massive skeleton robot space museum is a great one.
Ah, yes. His only goal in the galaxy is to claim historic artifacts and relics to return to his true world of Solomons.
Okay, so they're talking about this one guy, which I don't even have a photo of him, my apologies. Essentially, he's just like the Pokemon catcher. He's all like, I gotta catch them all. And that's pretty much it.
He's even gone as far as to have the head of the great Sebastian Thor preserved in there.
Absolutely hilarious. At some point, we should send some Marines there to steal all his shit just to fuck with him.
I think I know a group of Space Marines capable of just that.
Do you now? Do tell.
Well...
And now we're moving on to the next episode. Oh, my bad. Wait, hold it. Okay, so we got people running around. We got some Ecclesiarchies, and we got a Mighty Dread Knight. Again, the Inquisition is allowed to use the Grey Knights. We have a, oh my, okay. We got 2 Adeptus Sororitas, and we have a Preacher in the front. So yeah, that back there was a normal female.
We are here to interrogate.
Now if you're wondering, why on earth is she wearing something like a Gothic century outfit? That's just how it is. Everything's all Gothic style.
Who wrote the message?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't you hear me? Who wrote the message?
Excuse me, are you allowed to do this? Of course we are. Haven't you heard from the Bible? We are here to interrogate everyone on Terra.
Who wrote the fucking message? Where are the G-Stealers?
Help me!
My boys!
Look at that. Someone fashionable trench running around harassing civilians here on Holy Terror. You came to the wrong neighborhood, shitloose. What makes you lunatics think you are allowed to do this? Just leave. Aren't you supposed to stand in the Imperial Palace? Well, you see, this is special care. Special enough that I learned one is just nothing with anticipation. What's a more interesting question I demand an answer for is what you Inquisitors are doing here, burning terror and harassing its citizens.
We are here because the message supposedly sent from God Emperor himself. Chaos and Inquisition is to be dispelled.
Clearly, the message was written by a heretic, and we are going to find it.
Fools. Message is from the Emperor, straight from the Sanctum Imperialis, within the Imperial Palace. He is the reason why we're outside the palace in the first place. So you have no reason to perform this heinous act upon our planet. You done goof. That is impossible.
You would lie. If the Emperor was alive or what, we would know.
You are heretics. Because these are heretics. Let's get back to Fyodor and tell him about this. Fucking Grox-ass Inquisitors. Wahoo!
I'm now incredibly aroused.
Next. Why not? So yeah, this is why you must say no lethal force to the Inquisition. Now I need to explain this thing. It's a massive mobile fortress where the Inquisition operations are being held.
Before you say another word, your veterans, before you burn me like a heretic, listen to me. There is something I must do. This woman leaves behind a suffering child. There is none but me who can intercede. In the Emperor's name, your days are all I need. And in return, I pledge my word. And I'll return. You must make me bad! I wanted you across the years! Everything like you can never change! The spirit! Substance!
So that was just a false heresy kind of thing. I don't even know what that is. Let's just say it's not important if you are trying to get into Warhammer 40k.
Not a single useful subject has been found yet. Don't they understand that Sigmar is incredibly boring? It's like being inside a retirement home.
Hey, Fyodor, isn't it boring around here? Like, incredibly boring?
Oh yeah, I forgot. So now this is introducing Dominic. You're gonna like him. He's gonna come off as annoying, but then he warms up to ya.
What? It's what I just said.
No, that's what I just said. You know what would be fun? Letting me sit on your throne. I've always dreamed of being up on that throne and all the fun things I could do up there.
I said, quiet! Giving me a headache.
No, you be quiet. Can someone feed the goat so he quiets down? We're trying to do important things here.
Shut up, little Billy! Now, to the business at hand. What were we discussing? I think it was something relating to banning the breathing of air from anyone that is not us. Air is one of the few natural resources left on Terra, and if all of the normals use it, then it's not left for us.
I understand. Don't be a reason to place your lungs with Terra.
Well, I'm not sure. My generals need to breathe as well to make commands. Where it is they are commanding again, and I don't think they can do that very well without air. Slack.
I usually seem to generate currents of air right before I have to poop.
there anything important? I don't remember. I'm gonna lay down.
I should just go up there and find the heretic myself.
So, we have urgent news.
Oh, hey, are you the guys I sent to buy my sandpaper cigarettes? I really need my fix of nicotine and throat lacerations. How else do you think I always sound so calm and sexy?
What is it that you want? Don't we really have some series to investigate?
We were confronted by 3 custodians who were interrogating us, he said.
Custodians? You're joking, we are not. The custodians never left the Imperial Palace.
They were right there, though. And the custodians told us that the Emperor really is the one who sent the message.
1,000 dead fucking heretics! Are you serious?
Kiss please, honey, everything we are looking for.
Well, in that case, we're all walking straight into the Imperial Palace and taking those mutants and prisoners with us!
Hold your mega chairs for just a moment, Inquisitor. What do you think you are doing?
Not you. Stop standing around there all silent.
Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why don't they just march in? It is extremely forbidden for anyone to just go into the Emperor's palace. It's not like you can't just go in there. Only very few people have gone there, and it's really one of those weird things, you know? Like, for instance, when the revealing of Doge Vandire was just a false prophet and all that stuff, that was when it was really utilized. Again, it's one of those things like the general at the custodians has to give approval on it.
Dead like an unplugged fucking mechanic and tell me who these...
My bad, the Captain General. Now, this one might be a headache, so I'm just going to explain this right now. They are known as the Blood Angels. They were the ones that stole, Cypher from, from Behemoth series. Yes, the Blood Angels. And, basically, sometimes they're canon, sometimes they're not, and they make reference to it.
These Marines are. This anticipation is for some reason killing me. Then again, I'm a decaying corpse, so that might also be a contributing factor.
Well, they are renowned in the Imperium for stealing a lot of relics from both other chapters and factions within the Imperium. It's not really known how they do it, or exactly why, but they have somehow managed to amass a astounding amount of organs due to this.
So what are they called?
I believe they're called something. Actually, I don't remember.
Way to fucking go. Go ahead. You just reached a whole new level of stupid, the disappointing kind of stupid. Come to think of it, did you say chapter? As in, only a singular chapter within an entire legion is good at this?
Oh, no, my lord, they are not part of the legion.
Why the fuck would there ever exist a single chapter outside of a legion?
Well, you see, 7 years after the Horus Heresy, an event took place known as the Second Founding.
The Second Founding? Oh man, this already sounds about as unnecessary as the Dark Eldar. Wasn't the appropriately named Only Founding good enough?
Actually, I think the name was changed to the First Founding after they came up with the second one.
Really? Wow. What an unbelievable excess of stupid.
Anyway, the Primarch of the Ultramarines, Robert Cullinan.
My singular cybernetic, I just detected a large rock.
The Primarch of the Ultramarines.
Ignorance and hubris in this room from the mere mention of that name.
Created the Codex Astartes, which is a set of rules and guidelines that nowadays is used by thousands of Space Marine chapters throughout the galaxy.
Thousands?
So as you can see, the Emperor cannot handle that. So by thousands of chapters, there are like successor chapters, your own homebrew chapters, all that kind of stuff. You gotta follow by the Codex. You don't have to. It's one of those dumb laws and stuff. Like, here's the thing, like, your army must be 1,000 and that's it. And again, the Second Founding stuff was the division of power, so that way no other chapter would have more power than others. Honestly, I just think it's stupid.
The Codex Astartes became the founding foundation for a second founding, as Gulliman decreed that all legions still loyal were to be split up and organized into armies consisting of roughly 10 companies each. One of these chapters were to retain their parent legion's original name, symbol, and color scheme, while the others could basically go and do whatever they wanted with that.
So now we've got fucking ultramarine babies spread out across the entire galaxy, all secluded from the rest of the Imperium to form their own beliefs, dogmas, and hatreds inspired by the original, which was already an.
And that's essentially how crazy, and that's what I love about just how creative you can be, because with Game Workshop, they gave you the keys to the kingdom. There's this quote that I forget what the quote was exactly, but it pretty much sums it up. Luton, if you are watching this, can you please type it in the comments? You probably know what I'm talking about. It's that really special quote about Warhammer, we give you the toys, you build the world, or something like that.
Pile of stupid to begin with. Seriously, are you actively trying to make my life even more difficult?
Well...
In addition, this gun book has split up the Imperium's mighty bulwark and made it into a rotten picket fence that even a small child could break down. What made you people think that this was a good idea?
But my lord, Gulliman's intentions were noble. He recognized that in order for something like Horus Heresy to not ever be possible again, the massive marine armies should be separated and spread out.
And now the Xeno activity is more rampant throughout the galaxy than ever. Perhaps if Erleman's head wasn't stuck so far up his butt, fervently kissing his own ass, he would have proofread his work before publishing it. For all we know right now, there could be hundreds of chapters out there pledging their allegiance to chaos, or perhaps even worse. And we have no fucking idea about it or a way to stop it, because all our defenses are so thinly spread. There could even be chapters consoling and accepting both Xenos and Chaos worshippers into the ranks. Maybe even chapters so fucking reclusive and historically inept that their mere existence sound like something out of a disgustingly horrible and shitty fanfiction.
You guys are...
Alright, okay, this is the best. So, this is the Alpha Legion. Not to be confused with the actual Alpha Legion from Warhammer 40k, the Traitor Legion. This is their own Alpha Legion, and everyone you see here, these are the people who help make TTS in their entirety. And again, these are just their personal avatars that are just hand-drawn and stuff like that. I don't even know any of these people. I just know their channels and stuff, and you can find them under the channels tab of each other.
Feeling we're being shot really hard right now. We're always being shot on.
Yeah, this is how, they are.
You fish. You thought that you were going to win this poker game, but it was actually I, Crash!
And that yellow guy was the guy that made Behemoth, I think. Yeah, there he is.
Fucking damn it, Gillsman. Speaking of which, did you tell them to cut his life support yet? It is very fucking important. Actually, when you've done that, make sure to bring that status field power adapter here. I might need that extra power to charge my data slate to play whatever new Battle Mace 42 million game is out, or whatever else might exist. Not Call of Duty, but they seriously need to stop releasing those shitty fucking rehash games every year.
Right, my lord.
A reference that Call of Duty always posts a new Call of Duty game.
I'll make sure not to forget it this time.
Actually, come to think of it, are the Alpha Marines somehow connected to all bad things that has happened for the last 10,000 years? It feels like we keep bringing them up all the time.
Well, they have kind of become the poster boys of the Imperium, so can't really avoid mentioning them. Oh, speaking of which, I should remember the name of that bleeding chapter now.
Really? What is it then?
The name of the chapter is The Blood.
I'm so sorry for interrupting you, Kitty, but we have something very important to inform you two about.
Oh shit, it's my eternal torment upon this throne made manifest again.
You see, we were outside the palace, traveling through the spires of terror, when we noticed that everything was on fire.
Not in the usual sacred incense-burning way either.
Yes, indeed. Apparently there are inquisitors running amok all around the planet. They are looking for the one who sent that message demanding the disbanding of the Inquisition and their adapters and installers.
So they have arrived.
Holy Imperatornaries, really?
Really? I suggest we go to the High Lords immediately. Perhaps the Inquisitorial representative can be argued with.
If not with his, General.
eat him or something.
There is no time to be lost.
Now, if you're wondering why they mentioned they could just eat them, this is just how dark humanity is, that they're willing to eat other humans sometimes. They're called bioblocks, and I think they sound yummy, but no, the bioblocks, rumor has it they're made out of humans and stuff, but because it's utilized biomass and it's cooked into like a tasty beef jerky bar thing. Think of like Snowpiercer and the food bricks.
Let's go. I'm fucking down.
Huh.
I was foolish to believe you would hold a promise like this one. You are untrustworthy filth, not ever worthy of the Emperor's blessing.
I am the only one here worthy of the Emperor's blessing. I am the only one who's going to save him from his very own corrupted bodyguard.
You are not entering the palace, Theodore.
I would like to see you try and stop.
I'll gladly show you. Guards!
So these are the guard things, and yes, they have female and male.
Theodore, we're surrounded.
Be quiet, Dory.
Well, here we are, Theodore. At long last, I can put you and your miserable little cult away. Never to interfere with the Emperor's will again.
Foolish. Have you forgotten that my throne is a massive weapon arsenal?
Oh, shit! Hey, easy, Ark. We're gonna light you up like a sandpaper cigarette if I had one.
Oh, if you and the rest of Terra do not meet my commands, I will have this entire room and all of its inhabitants fall prey to my throne of judgment. It is too bad for you that this passive decree is still in effect, isn't it?
Theodore, you absolute ass.
Oh, don't feel too bad. At least my melt help will fly away from its existence instead of splattering your blood across the floor. Because that was your primary concern, wasn't it?
By the way, the melter is that gun.
Now, I am going into that palace, and I alone will save the Emperor and the Imperium of Man!
And that concludes the end of Season 1, but I want to watch Episode 2, because why not? This one, because why not? This is Episode 11, Invasion. This is Season 2. Here we go. Now I should probably explain why is everything so very shaky. For this one, they really wanted to go up the stakes with the animation quality. That's all.
Realize what will happen if you kill us?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they'll go to the old folks' home planet and find some new high lords.
Don't say the name of that planet out loud.
Such horrid memories.
We have not saying the name of that horrid planet! Why, I'd smack you in the buttocks with my power maul and send you to a penal world if I had forgotten how to walk just a moment ago. Give me a second. I'll be up, and then it'll come back to me, and then I'm gonna kick your ass!
And place my pedal with a floppy disk. Okay. That would explain that.
Silence!
See the equipment?
Saboteur!
Theodore, that's what I was gonna say.
You be quiet, too.
The future of the Imperium is at stake here. I will not let you destroy it.
I told you, I'm saving the Imperium, not destroying it. Now quiet down. Take off that stupid taco shell of a hat and lead me to the...
Don't you talk shit about my hat. I would never take it off. I would never lead you to the palace either, for that matter.
Then you shall all die!
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Hey, Theodore, look, it's that giant walking banana that tells me to burn houses down and kill things.
What? You're of the Antiquus Custodians. Explain your intrusion immediately.
Indeed I am, and I have come here to deliver a message upon you. What you're doing is interfering with the Emperor as well, and it's also really damn stupid. Like, seriously, how dumb can you get?
I like bananas, especially on a good old ice cream sundae. Or, was it Sunday?
And look how well we're reaching the rocket toast sticks. That's the issue of what my gods, but the banana is there, those useless damn laser pointers. Maybe they even grow up big and strong like me. Or with a banana. Illustrates.
Banana pulp is excellent for lubricating cartwheels when
Shut up! Now, Custodians, what gives you the right to come in here to the Sanatorium Imperialis?
Quite simple, Inquisitor. I too am a High Lord. I am Captain General of the Adeptus Custodians.
Oh shit! What a twist!
It must have been because of all that studying and military training he was doing.
when did this happen?
Probably my little role. And so you'll get each other down.
I'm sexually confused, Joe.
Okay, so I should probably explain that whole thing. So yes, so Kipton is a High Lord of Terra, which means he has high ranking and he has a will and say and a voice of his expressions. Anyone who's a High Lord of Terra, basically it's their word and they can agree upon many decisions. Since he is the Captain General, he is in charge of the entire Adeptus Custodian army. He could literally give an order and they will do it. He is the one who you go to get approval to see the Emperor himself. He is the one reason why Doge Vandire, got killed in the first place and showed the woman, the Emperor and everything.
Kill them all! Kill them all! Wait, left shoulder man! Shoot them while they're still sexy! Left shoulder man? Left shoulder man? Oh, there's a needle in his arm,
Quiet, Dominique. I give the orders here. Custodians, tell me why you are out here in the first place. You're all supposed to stay within the Imperial Palace. Is that not right?
Ordinarily, yes, but this is no ordinary occasion.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'm still going into that palace. I'm still bringing the big guns.
Really? Will you be able to shoot all of us?
What in the Eridar sparkly shit you talking about?
Okay, we got a lot to explain here in this picture, but hang on. I'm just going to need a minute to break it down. So, essentially, yes, the majority of them are shirtless dudes with just the Astartes helmets who are just characters from JoJo. Some of them are the antagonists and stuff like that, that's all. The guy right in the back, we were just seeing his helmet, which I'm going to show with my mouse. He is the only custodian miniature that ever existed that had, no armor on. And this was an extremely old custodian model.
Hey, Fyodor, we're surrounded again. And this time by loads of half-naked men. It's like a ruddy ocean of bare nipples and bulging muscles. It's making me moist.
Just be quiet, Dominique.
I've come to make the announcement for you and everyone else here in this group. Through the amazing technology of the, second millennium or something, our Emperor is once more able to speak to us. Our glorious Lord can command us once again, and that is exactly what he slowly but surely has begun doing.
Holy Emperor. He speaks. Is this true?
The Emperor can talk again. Oh boy, now I can finally retire and eat up all those social securities just like the worthless piece of shit that I am. Just like I always dreamed.
Isn't that what you're already doing?
Yeah, but now we can feel like worthless pieces of shit. It's the whole package.
I'm sure he'll be so thankful for the good job we've been doing while he's been gone on that long bathroom.
Nice! I'm sure he can itch for the laxatives. I can't wait to talk to him.
And that's the power of technology kits.
But, Captain General, why have you not told anyone of this before? It seems like the kind of important thing to tell us, High Lords, you know?
Well, the Emperor never told us to actually tell anyone, and we would never do anything the Emperor hasn't told us to do.
Except undress map and be hanged.
But yeah, the Emperor told us to go forth and have this message be delivered, and that's what we have done. Now, Inquisitor, step off that throne.
No! You vile scum! You lie! You are all corrupted! Chaos is planted and seed in your minds! You are all heretics! I'm done!
Alright, yeah, I'm done being nice. Give this crazy bastard the Emperor's peace in 3, 2, 1.
And that was the Emperor's face, and he just psychically told Kitten to not do it.
Okay, stop that shit. Never mind. Leave him. Let him run.
What?
Well, this is certainly a peculiar turn of events.
I'm so confused. While we watched it up in the shower for the water and the blood and the suit.
I hope it's Fox News. That's my favorite show nowadays since they canceled Jack.
You will regret this, Custodes. You will regret the day you turn your back on humanity. You may show me mercy, but do not think I shall reply in kind. I will have my vengeance, you filthy heretics!
Fyodor, we should run!
Be quiet, Dominique! But yes, totally true.
Why didn't you execute him? We had him surrounded, but you let him slip through our fingers. Why? I don't understand.
As hard as it may seem to believe, it wasn't I who made this choice. It was the Emperor.
The Emperor?
His voice came to me, telling me that we should let him go. I do not yet know why, but I will not question it, for I know the Emperor intends it to be this way.
Well, I am in no place to go against you then, Custodes. Nevertheless, perhaps we should consider warning the rest of Terra about this inquisitorial threat. He and his companions are most likely fleeing to the Inquisition's base on Terra's south pole. We should arm our defenses and be ready to take them down if they try anything.
Indeed, we should probably do so. Wait, hold on. Yeah, look, Custodes speaking. What? Why? Okay, sorry, my lord, but why? Fine, I'll tell them. Yeah, I'll be right over shortly. I'll make sure to hurry. Yes, I'll bring our Centurion too. Okay, bye. Love you too, Dad. We should not arm the defenses. We'll leave these recent events in shadow.
Okay. How come?
The Emperor.
Very well. I guess we'll forget this ever happened.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, if you're wondering why the Ecclesiarchy priest and Kitten, their whole conversation is like very chill and not very questionable, is because the priest is like, you guys are the Custodes, you're the Captain General, you're there with the Emperor, I really don't doubt this at all. Yeah, that's kind of how it is, like after a battle, it's like, yeah, we're not talking, we're just leaving, bye.
Well, nice to meet you at last, PCI.
Yeah, you too. Keep up your sacred work, keeping the Emperor safe with care.
And you keep up suppressing the truth for the masses.
Well, that's what I do best. Till next time.
And suppressing the truth from the masses is mostly just chaos. As if people don't know about chaos, then people are going to be safe. It's the best way of describing it. And I remember Wolf Gaming, which is another group that they do like Warhammer, TTS breakdowns and stuff like that. One of them explained it like it's like sex. Not educating them keeps them safe, but educating them keeps them safe as well. It's a double-edged blade. So this is the South Pole of Terra, where the Inquisitor base is at. And yet, even this base is like incredibly huge.
The forts! worst incursion of corruption I have ever seen.
Oh, that's what the doctors...
So, to explain what's between him, they're just little worker bots.
He looked at my lungs. I mean, every time I think about it, it just makes me want another sandpaper cigarette. I bet you could use one too after that shit show, huh, Fyodor?
Do they forget that I am the purest, mightiest, and most ruthless witch hunter in the galaxy? I'm the one and only who gave the middle finger to the corrupted ecclesiarchy the first time they tried to spread chaos around the Imperium. And I will do it again. Dominic, prepare your parchment.
Finally, I get to do my job. Oh, my pencil broke.
Tell the rest of the Inquisition that Holy Terra itself has been overtaken by heretics. The ecclesiarchy, the High Lords of Terra, even the Eternus Custodes themselves have been corrupted by the ruinous powers. Tell them that we need as many inquisitorial troops here as possible. Tell them we need those forces here yesterday. Tell them to bring everything.
Fyodor, what do you mean everything? Oh, and what do you want in a hot dog?
Everything! Emperor forbid. We may even have to take the final measure.
And that's just a reference to Exterminatus.
Well, this is boring. I sure wish I had fucking legs. I wouldn't ever have figured that talking to someone would leave you so bored when you can't do it. Especially when it's the only thing you can do thanks to your stupid son who put you on golden, clandestine life support for the rest of forever. Psychology fucking sucks. I totally wish my fragmented soul and psyche could return to me in a functional body so I could fuck around with illusionary appearance shifting again. Doing that was the funniest shit ever, albeit screwed things up badly from time to time. But really, all I was doing was saving mankind in my own subtle ways. Like that one time I made myself look like a pale, non-special person, and challenged my son Vulcan to a game of catch the biggest fire break, and then saved him from falling down the volcano, which was kind of ironic. Or that other time when I made myself look like a malnourished, parasite and sheep herder, saved a shitload of people intending to bring them to a nice piece of land I found, and opened up a rift in the sea.
A reference to Moses! That's it, him being Moses.
I walked through because I couldn't be arsed to build a boat, and then wandered an 11-day distance for 40 years through the desert. Actually, that was pretty fucking embarrassing. Well, at least there was that other time when I stopped World War XVIII by poisoning the leader of the nationalistic ostrich forces. I am still not sure how mankind missed all those clear signs that the ostriches were behind all the ultra-conservative extremist shit that had been going on for so long. Or when I spent 50-something years as an overweight, mentally unstable man-child creating grotesque crossbreeding products out of already existing fictional characters owned by different companies in the hope of having mankind realize that their ways are faulty so they would pick up the torch and head for the future rather than sitting idly by and engaging in pettiness, superstition, gluttony, and hatred for one another. That plan was genius. Too bad people were too fucking stupid to find the enlightening messages hidden in all those hollow recordings I made. Sigh. It was only a matter of time before I had to reveal myself, but sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't have gone and done it earlier. Then again, I don't think it matters. As to quote a certain indecisive demon, but things are going just as.
And that has concluded this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye. Well, anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you would, please leave a like, subscribe, and most importantly, have a nice day.